Capricorn, hello, welcome into your reading, my darlings. We're just going to jump right into it. We're going to do a reading for the Sagittarius Full Moon energies to see what is coming up for you right now, what will be revealed or brought to you, and then what is your guidance, your advice from Spirit. So, right off the gate, you got full moon in Sagittarius energy. You're the only sign so far that's received this card. So that's very interesting. For you, Capricorn, I feel like this full moon means that it's very pivotal. And the advice on the card says to look at the bigger picture. And this Sagittarius full moon is ruled by Jupiter. That's a very expansive planet. And Jupiter it governs, so it's associated with Zeus or Kronos, and that governs institutional learning. It governs our philosophies, our beliefs, the overarching values and goals that are kind of guiding our life, what really truly matters to us. It's also our connection to the heart space, right? Our connection to the cosmos and that type of thing. So you might find that this is a very spiritual moon for you. A lot of people, there's been a lot of information coming through about spiritual activations with this moon. What will be revealed? Let's see. And the advice for our Capricorns, please, Spirit. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Welcome in for those who are returning and anyone new to the channel. Thanks for joining. I'm glad to be with you, and I hope that you find this information helpful. All right. Yes, this is definitely a very spiritual full moon. So I am an intuitive reader, Capricorn, and I do recommend listening to all your placements, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But I am guided to use decks differently for each sign. So if you notice that I'm pulling from different decks, if you tune into another sign, pay it no mind. I'm just going where I am led. Spirit, show us the underlying energies for our Capricorns. Any advice, any guidance, any insight? There's something here. Okay, yep. Spiritual awakening. So in general, again, this is a general collective reading. So take these messages as they resonate with you. Don't apply them to your circumstance if they don't seem to be yours. You know, you might find greater resonance, and another one of your placements, or maybe listening to all, will give you greater advice. Okay, so what we've got coming in is this advice from Spirit to really look at the bigger picture. There's something bigger going on at play. And the two cards that just jumped out were one of karmic relationships, soul growth, understanding that duality energy that sometimes our soul has contracted to move through a period of time with another, and it serves a purpose for our own soul's growth, but it's not meant to stay. So this can be about an ending, or it can be about the resolution, the need to do shadow work within a relationship, not only with yourself, but within the context of that relationship. We've also got the Star Keeper here, which is about your cosmic ancestors. So again, coming through really strong in the imagery about you receiving spiritual downloads and activations during this full moon. So allowing yourself to be open, and I'm also hearing like grounding yourself as well. So there's something in your energy that you're showing up as you're walking away from some aspect of yourself. And it's as a result of this spiritual awakening process or this activation that's occurring for you, Capricorn. We've got Ace of Swords followed by the Magician. This is very, in this particular card, it looks a lot like the violet ray of transmutation, of basically clearing away anything that no longer serves you. In this particular card, the Eight of Cups, the figure is walking away underneath the full moon. Releasing what doesn't serve you with this particular moon is absolutely on deck. So, you, as the master magician, as that manifester, you already have everything that you need. And I feel like you're being divinely guided on what it is that you're walking away from. Okay. There's something karmic in your life that is being released. So the full moon is bringing in that release. Here we have it. You know, normally I wouldn't interpret the Seven of Swords as a releasing energy, but in this particular case, I am interpreting it as cutting through all the lies, anytime you've lied to yourself, any sense of deception or illusion or non-alignment with your energy. It's like these seven swords are clearing that away with your connection to your higher aspect of self here with the Hierophant energy. And then we've got this Queen of Wands, someone who's absolutely being electrified within the third eye chakra, within the crown chakra, really receiving all this energy. So I feel like this is actually you, Capricorn, and this is really, really powerful. You're going to need to, if this is you and you're receiving a huge activation with this particular moon, definitely give yourself plenty of time to tend to your energy, to go slow, to rest, to recuperate, because you're going to be receiving quite a bit of change to your system. And here we have it. We have the Tower coming through along with the King of Pentacles. So the Tower is like, to me, I'm interpreting this as after the spiritual activation, here you are really integrating all of this new energy into embodiment so that you can radiate that outward. So this is like that rest period that I was just talking about. And as you go through that, there will be a shadow work period that's involved. But what that period is doing as you are confronting your fears and releasing your worries and moving through any of the shadows that clear and come up following a deep activation of light within your system, it always sort of clears away things, right? So we have this big inflow of light, which is the spiritual awakening aspect that's coming through you. But as it integrates, it will flush and clear out any of the density, any of the conflict, any of the stress, worry, anxiety, any of those residual blocks that prevent you from basically living in your highest alignment here. If you zoom in here, we've got these cherubs with this divine feather floating atop, which really represents their communication and connection in with spirit and being divinely guided. And so I feel like this is the releasing of whatever might be getting in the way internally from you living in your truth, you following your highest guidance, taking aligned action steps, and listening to your soul's path, or what you know is calling you toward your soul's path. And so, Capricorn, if there's something that you've been mulling over, starting, going for any change that you've been initiating or thinking about initiating, this is a card here. When I pulled this, I was asking for your advice, and we got leap. Leap. You go first, Capricorn. The universe will catch you If you are following your highest alignment, the universe is saying, Capricorn, we've got your back. You've got to believe in yourself first. You've got to go for it and believe in the passions that are guiding you forward. But if you are doing so from your highest aligned self, and you're not choosing to live behind your fears and your doubts and your worries, we will catch you. We will help support this new way forward. So very exciting time on deck for you, Capricorn. I am excited to hear how this plays out. Please let me know in the comments if you feel so called to do so. I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, I hope that this reading helps, and I wish you a very fruitful uh, and apparently activating full moon in Sagittarius. Don't forget to take some salt baths and take time to meditate and ground yourself into the earth. Okay, Capricorn, got a lot of light coming in through your consciousness. Take good care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.